Hey guys, I'm back with another video and a new project. Some weeks ago I created a portable indoor and outdoor light. This was actually the first version I built and there are a lot of things I do want to improve in my design. This video is about the design and build of the second and more advanced version that you can recreate yourself at home. So let's go! So I wanted to have this simple light which is small, portable and dimmable. So I can use it as a night light at home or as an outdoor light for a trip or something. It is turned on by just turning the body. The further you turn, the brighter it gets. And you can easily charge it via a 12-volt power adapter. There are a lot of problems with the first version. The main problem is that the LED strip inside of the light is wrapped around the battery case. When you turn on the light at a bright setting, the battery starts to heat up, which is obviously not good. I had to build an inner stop to prevent people from turning the light too bright. So let's go into Fusion 360 and I can show you how I tried to solve this problem. I created a completely new design that has a shaft where air can pass through between the battery case and the LEDs. Fresh, cold air enters the body on the underside and hot air comes out on the top. This should keep the batteries cool. Another big problem is that the base is a little shaky and not sturdy enough. The new design is one solid body and on top there's a knob to turn on and off the light and dim it. Also, there are a lot of other little things that I didn't like. For example, the lid, which just looks good from one angle and is also not rigid enough. So I changed it to a more complex but also classic looking lid. Also, the new design is going to have a battery indicator which can be turned on and off with a little button. Unfortunately, I have to take two compromises to solve all the problems at the same time. At first, the lamp needs to get a little bit bigger to have enough room and surface for the air to pass through. And there's no more light coming through the lid but through the outer surface. But despite that, I'm happy with the design and want to start building now. So let's get to it. Due to tight tolerances and print quality, I'm using an SLA printer for the light.
Another night, walking down the road, filled with silhouettes that come and they go. I've been to this place many times before, ain't no corner I don't know.
I started with assembling the battery indicator.
Would she be the one to finally set me free? Tenderly touch, the sound of her voice. She had left me with no choice. I held her sleeping in my arms. For a moment though I thought this could be right. Then my past caught up with me and I knew I had to leave. Seemed to be disappearing in the night. Picturing life, a bit by my side. Places we could see I'd only be alone. Making it so hard for me to decide, but it's all I ever know. Been a long time since I laughed like this. She's enchanted me with that sweetest kiss.
As a heat shield, I'm using a kind of foam rubber. The LED strip heats up to about 70 degrees and I don't want it to be transferred to the other components.
I held her sleeping in my arms. For a moment though I thought this could be right. fucked with me and I had to let it be. Simply crying in the night.
The strip I am using is a 12-volt LED strip, which has 120 LEDs per meter. This is necessary to have an evenly diffused light.
I walk down the road, miles away I see broken little boy sitting by the tree. The distant memory that won't stop haunting me had a trigger set me free.
When building stuff with lithium-ion batteries, it is absolutely important to work very carefully and tape free contacts to avoid a short circuit. For the 12-volt battery, I am putting 3 18650 batteries in series. A 20 amp BMS monitors the charging and discharging process and protects the batteries against short circuits. When soldering directly on 18650 batteries, make sure to not touch them too long with the iron, otherwise you can damage them or hurt yourself. I'm always double checking if I connected everything correctly. After covering all contacts with hot glue, the battery is ready to put into its housing. This is a small PWM dimmer, which is made for dimming LEDs or small electric motors. The main housing is printed in one single piece. In order to have a perfect printing result, I had to build very thin support walls between the several segments. They are very easy to remove. In case you don't have access to a diffuser like I do, you can leave these support walls in. Because they are so thin, the light will just shine through them and also diffuse the light. The diffuser I'm using has a thickness of 0.5 mm and clips right into a narrow slot. A second white diffuser is added that you can no longer see the individual LEDs. The barrel jack just gets press fitted in. I'm using a little bit of oil to guarantee a smooth turning of the knob. The lid just gets pressed on there. Since I'm using it mainly as an auto light and it is going to have a lot of marks and scratches anyway, I'm not gonna throw some lacquer on there. I actually kinda like the look when it's getting patina over time. This is just a little fake screw to have a more symmetrical looking bottom. To finish the build, I'm gluing 4 O-rings down to have a silent and grippy connection to the surface the light is standing on. And now it is ready.